Hi everybody, this is Pastor Ryan. I'm with.
Henry Zhu.
Could you tell them what you do for a living?
For a living, I do open source software. It's just Wikipedia for code, so I write code for free and then people donate. Yeah.
He's a big deal, even though we may not understand exactly what he does. Now, he just mentioned something that was very intriguing.
I'm still trying to figure out a way to concisely say it, but a few concerns that I've been thinking about is because of COVID, people are inside a lot. Maybe it's different now. People are online a lot. I'm online too much. I think on Twitter, like the whole thing where you're on your bed and you're like just going like this. And I want to go outside more because I think the world is God's creation. I think we should use it more. We don't want to live in the metaverse. And then I think that there's too much of life is about control and prediction. Like AI is all about knowing what will happen, like predicting the weather, predicting if I go to this job, I'm going to be this successful. Like there's no guarantees in life, and I want to like almost not embrace it, but just kind of remind us that we don't know everything. And so creating more serendipity in life. So I think because I live in New York, I think this idea of like this dense city where people can just randomly encounter people is like just really meaningful and fun. When I'm just walking on the street, I might randomly see you, or I'm on the subway, I randomly see my friend. I think like how do I kind of not force that to happen, but encourage that kind of like encounter, right?
I think I understand the concept.
Okay.
It sounds very intriguing.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, some people might think it's like almost like a dating thing, but it's not about necessarily meeting new people. I think another thing is we're really good at trying to go viral and become an influencer, like a YouTuber, TikTok. But it's like, can we create technology that helps us with our existing relationships? Like trying to create an intimate moment.
So it's like an anti-Facebook friendship, right?
Yeah. Not surface level. I want it to be a little bit more deep.
Where did this desire to make this app come from? What did you see that was happening in our society that you felt like this is not a good trend?
It's kind of like being on Twitter a lot, and I have a lot of followers, but it's like I don't feel that much connected to people, and I think Zoom, church, like all these things. I want to like have a local group of people that we could be with, and that's what the church is supposed to be, the body of Christ. And we're all trying to make friends with like random people, which is great. I've met a lot of people on Twitter and really good friends too. But I just feel like the incentive is to not really be yourself, to just like pretend to be this person that has like a life that's amazing when in reality it's not that great. I think there's some similar things in like be real, but I'm trying to make it a little bit different. So I can explain the idea. It's very simple. I'm just doing it for fun. I just care about it a lot, and I really want to make it happen. So it already works too. I already coded it. I'll explain the idea first. You send messages to your friends. So this is not random people right now. It has to be like for a specific person, or just yourself. I leave a note at a physical location. So I could be at church, I could be at my workplace, I could be at Central Park. And then I record like a voice note. It automatically transcribes it using like AI, and does not send it to like Google. So it's like only on your phone. And then that note is kind of attached to like this GPS location. And I can send that message to someone else. And what happens is that person can only read or listen to that message when they physically go there. And so the serendipity part of it is that it doesn't even tell them that I sent the message to them. They have to just find it. So you might be like, well, if you're your friend, why would you do this when I could just text them, I could just call them? If I wanted to tell you something, I'll just call you. Right. Yeah, it's not about like an urgent thing. It's like for fun. So like if I was at some place and I thought of you for some reason, I'd be like, hey, Pastor Ryan, I was thinking of you because of XYZ. It's like a shared moment. And then you leave it there, and maybe you'll never find it. And then I have to be okay with that message never being received by you. But the idea is that, maybe 1 year from now, or maybe the next day.
Oh, the serendipity part comes there.
Yes.
Oh, I could see how that could be really encouraging.
Yeah, right? Like, you're like, oh, this person thought of me, and I happened to go to the exact same place that they were thinking of.
I mean, it's like every now and then in the olden days, you find a letter that was written to you many years ago, but you didn't see it, or you forgot about it, and then you reread it, and then you're reminded.
Yeah.
And a strange sense of, I was remembered, I was encouraged. You have a name for this app?
I thought about this a lot. So I had like footnote, footprint, footstep, but maybe it's too like around like foot, so like movement. It's not about the note.
Okay.
So I actually came up with a different word, which is kairos, time, right? Like the church. And I like this word because chronos versus kairos, Greek words, both time. Right. One is time, which is about quantity, and one's time about quality. I kept thinking of the verse about Esther. Then Mordecai's like, maybe God placed you in this for such a time as this.
That would be Kairos.
Yeah.
But they're related, sequential time,
Yeah.
Chronos, for that specific time.
Yeah.
So in Greek, you could make it work. That's very interesting, Henry. My only beef is that make some money, but he says no. I care for him, and I like to see him do a little better financially. But he says it's fine.
That's
so
fine.
more power to him.
Yeah. I would like to do this and give it away for free.
Okay. Well, that's him.
Well, no, because so if I raise money, it would just corrupt like literally the whole point of this. Okay, look, how I can think about it. How we're gonna make money on this? Oh, it's gonna be through advertising. Okay. What if you were walking and then randomly just keep getting notification, hey, buy this, sell this, like, you just wouldn't use the app. So I feel like it just wouldn't work anyway. I'd rather just make this thing and focus on why this is, like, interesting, and then, maybe people will give donations or something, and that's fine.
And this is why I appreciate Henry. Open source is widely used. I mean, big companies use it, but he made it open source, meaning anybody can access it. So it's not about money, it's trying to help the humanity. But he also has a special other message, more important message, and that is help people to be connected and to be remembered that they are important because they are made in the image of God and for whom Jesus died. So Henry, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.